ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Not from a Jedi. What's up, everybody? And welcome back to the live show. I'm so tired right now. I literally just woke up now from a nap, barely. But we're here and we're gonna talk about the finale yesterday for Acolyte. So I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on the finale yesterday. If you guys enjoyed the finale, and your overall thoughts of the show overall. So let me know down below. Shout out to all 26 of you guys. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. Christine, what's up? Welcome. Of course, I did. Master Yoda showed up at the last few seconds. I'm hoping for a second season announcement during celebration. What is up, Christine? Uh, nah, nah. I've had Plagueis on like every thumbnail. It's okay. They'll be all right. Pre-show hype, Galactic Cantina. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Tyler, what's up? Did you see all the people mad that Darth Plagueis? I thought it was cool to see him in live action for the first time, but I don't agree what they did with him in the episode. Yeah, that's something we're gonna talk about for sure. Is the Plagueis of it all, because that's kind of crazy. I like seeing Yoda and his ears moved up like he knew something was up. And did you see Soul's eyes turn red for a second when Osha was choking him or two? I don't know. I didn't notice that. No. Jeff, what's up? What's up? I went in not having high hopes for the show, but for the most part, I ended up enjoying the show. Nice. Benjamin, what up, bro? Notification gang, let's go. Appreciate that. Swiffer Wedge ear. What up, Nick? T-Man, what's up? I'm good, man. How you doing? Chris said it's over. Make it make sense. Yo, shout out to T-Man with a 10-month member chat. I just realized you're almost at 20K. That's insane. I remember when I was here at 2100. I hope you've been well, man. Glad to be here. Glad you're here too, T-Man. Let's go. Cantina Talk. Yo, what up? The finale was interesting, says T-Man. The Wise has awoken. Shout out to Cantina Talk member for 10 months. The finale was immensely peak for me. 10 out of 10. I was super satisfied. Yukon, what up, man? Oh, happy day. The Acolyte is over. Benjamin says mid. Yeah. Yeah. Nestor, what's good, bro? What up? What up? I'll give the show a 6 or 7 out of 10. Reasonable. Nestor said, I wasn't feeling the ending at all. Hoping they don't do a season 2. Just end it here and move on. I hope Plagueis was there with Tenebris and didn't actually know about the twins or Quimera. That'd be interesting if it was like Plagueis was just there lurking and he's just watching Quimera and he isn't Quimera's actual master. I don't know, man. The Plagueis stuff, like I'm like split on that because I don't know, man. We're gonna get into the Plagueis stuff in a minute. Aaron, what's up, man? Crazy that Yoda felt Anakin slay the Tuskens, but not Smilo Ren. I know, right? I know. Yo, shout out to Will with the 199 super chat. Let's go. My guy Will of the Force in the building.
My trick's gonna work on me. Only money.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. It was so quick. So Will said Yoda was a puppet. That's a major dub. Yeah, I like puppet Yoda for sure. But like Will, the back of his head is fine. What does his face look like? I wonder if they just used an old one or if they made a fresh, crispy one. And I wonder if that was the only Yoda scene or if they had more, but they cut the rest out. I don't know, man. Shout out to Will though for the 199. Appreciate you, my guy. Where we at? Patrick, what's up? Watching it now. Let's go. Patrick Cole, yo, welcome to the stream. Nestor said, yo, Plagueis looked dope. Not gonna lie. I just wish they used differently. Could have been a post-credit scene unrelated to the show. I would have accepted that better. And they changed his age. So for sure, I think they changed his age, right? So we could talk about Plagueis real quick. Like when we saw him, I was like, yo, that's Plagueis. Like, it was cool seeing Plagueis in live action. Like, this dude looks sinister. But then right away after that, I kind of was like, is that all we're gonna get of Darth Plagueis the Wise for the first time ever in live action? And it was that little bit. So it's kind of like, damn, I wanted more from Plagueis, out of Plagueis. And then it's kind of like, you know, if Plagueis was the big bad lurking all along, bro, why wasn't the show more about Plagueis and Quimir experimenting on creating life or whatever? Because, like, what if it was Plagueis that was messing around with those witches, practicing, trying to create life, and like, what if the twins were because of him? I would have liked to have seen that story versus him just lurking in the cut. So I don't know, man. It was cool seeing him. I just wish he would have been used differently or more, just because like he's such a important, well, at least for me, like he's a big character, a big bad. Like that's Plagueis's, I mean, that's Palpatine's master. Like, if you guys haven't read the Plagueis novel or listened to the audiobook, go right away and you'll know what I mean about like how big of a deal it is, because this dude is badass. I just wish, not that it wasn't executed right, but like just to throw him in the finale for like 4 seconds, underutilized. I love the Acolyte. My grandma didn't. What up, Austin? So you were just watching it with grandma and she didn't like it? What didn't grandma like about the Acolyte? Let me know. What up, Cornin? Best thing about the show is everything that was recanonized and the first on-screen bleeding, cortosis, etc. Yeah, I do like all the nods from Legends they threw in there with like certain things, especially the cortosis. The cortosis is badass. What'd you guys think about the lightsaber bleeding? Let me know. I want to see what you guys think about that. And I'm gonna let you guys know my thoughts. But how did you guys feel about seeing in live action the first lightsaber being bled? The music for the finale was great, though. I love the soundtrack. Yeah, there was a lot of good music, especially during that space chase. The music was on point. And like for most of the fighting, the music was on point. The music was a little weird when May and Osha were in their old room fighting. But for the most part, a lot of the music of the finale was solid. But we didn't hear Kylo's theme anymore. What up, Horo Film? It was interesting. The story was crap, but the fights carried the show. Yeah, the fights, I enjoyed the fights a lot. That's one thing I think most people can agree that was consistent, was the choreography was pretty on point. What up, Joel? Best saber fights since Lucas? Yeah, I would say that, yeah, these are the best sabers since the prequels. For sure, the best done in the Disney era live action. Oh, yeah, hands down. It's the same team that also did the Rogue One hallway scene. So keep those dudes because I like what they do. Dakota, what's good, everyone? What up? Welcome to the stream. The Star Wars Sith, what up? This would be a good setup for a movie with Plagueis and Tenebris versus Khmer and Osha. Bro, that wouldn't even be a movie. Those two versus those two, it's, come on. No way. Not even a chance. But do you guys, another question for you guys, and I know what a majority will say, but like for the way that it ended, do you guys want a season 2? Let me know. Galactic Empire Sumo, howdy y'all. Unfortunately, the finale was messy like the rest of the show. I'm hoping they can streamline the story and script for the next season if it happens. Overall, it was okay. Yeah, well, the finale for me, I pretty much enjoyed it for the most part. I thought it was flowing pretty good, but when it got to the point where Khmer wiped May's mind, I thought they were going to get into a huge fight with those 11 Jedi in the woods. So, like, in my mind, the momentum was building up towards that fight. It was about to go down. It was about to be crazy. And that Quamir and Osha, with her new red blade, was going to take out those 11 Jedi. Basil was going to run away back to the ship. And then it just cut back to, like, present, like, to Coruscant stuff. So that kind of, like, shifted the momentum for me as I was watching, because, like, I kind of was like, oh man, there's about to be a big fight, and it didn't happen. But other than that, like I had fun with the finale for the most part. Kathy Kennedy, we are very happy with Leslie's work. All right. Episode 8 was a 6 on a scale compared to the other episodes, but a 3 as an actual television episode. What up, State Flower? Will says, if it's Lemon Sucker, The Last Jedi, Wrinkly Yoda, I'd be bummed. Yo, Will, I hope we get behind the scenes stuff. That way we could see, like, them set that scene up. I would love behind the scenes of the Yoda stuff. And I would love to see all the sketches of Plagueis, like all the designs that they went with. Because, like, technically, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time that in official media, official canon, that we know what Plagueis like looks like. So I would love to see like what sketches they went through. I probably would be more interested in the behind the scenes of Acolyte, seeing the EU stuff versus the show. Yo, shout out to Rossi. What up? My guy gifting a membership. Appreciate that. Welcome, Rossi. Rossi, did you enjoy the finale? And don't lie. Let's see. Kathy says we want to show the dark side of Yoda in season 2. That would be a bold move if she did get a season 2 and did stuff with Yoda to that extent. I don't know about that. Because, like, why did she go to Yoda at the end? Because for me, from my point of view, if she's going to lie to Yoda, bro, Yoda's going to see right. Yoda's Yoda. Yoda's going to see right through that. So, like, most people assume that she's going to go lie to Yoda or something. I don't know what she's going to do. We might never find out. But, like, if she did lie to Yoda, Yoda would be like, come on. He would know. Do you think they'll get Lego sets? Yo, Austin, that's an interesting thing. Me and Ricky were talking about that on the last episode of Rebel Collectors. Were we or no? Who was I talking? I was talking to somebody. Did you guys notice that Acolyte show has no Lego sets? Like it I didn't notice it until like a few days ago when I was talking to somebody and that came up. Literally, we have Skeleton Crew Lego set leaks. That show's not even out yet. Why did Lego not do one Lego set for Acolyte? And, like, I kind of want to play his minifig, not gonna lie. I don't know. That's weird. Ethan, what's up? Ethan says hot garbage, poorly written characters, and a disjointed, incoherent plot that flip-flops and contradicts itself at every turn. Making the Jedi as the baddies is unforgivable. So that's pretty funny. You says the plot that flip-flops every turn, because it did give me these vibes a lot during the show.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
Especially in those interviews afterwards. But yeah, man, I can see that. Oh, the Legos. Yeah, man. Yeah, no Lego sets. That's so weird, man. I don't know, man. They got me. Shake my head. I'm happy to reveal I will be oh, wait. I will be continuing to front run all of the Star Wars projects, including the new Star Wars Wish trilogy. Okay, Kathy Kennedy. Thank you for that update. Bro, acne was so bad. Who are you talking about? Bleeding was done poorly. So, did you guys see in Jedi Survivor when they bled the crystal? So, in my mind, that's the first time I visually saw a crystal being bled. So, if you're not familiar with the game, let's check out this clip right here. After this Sabers Pro ad. So in the game, when he gets like he was frozen for like 1,000 years, when he comes out, he's talking to Cal. He's very angry about what the Jedi did to him, right? And he gets his lightsaber back, and he takes it apart, and he takes the crystal out. So during the game, I'm like, what is he doing? And then you could see the anger in his voice. You could see it's turning red. He literally bled his crystal, right? Puts it back in the saber and goes to fight Cal. Which when this happened and like my raw reaction, I was like, "Yo, holy shit!" Like he just bled the crystal, and it was an epic moment like this. Like he took it out, he bled it, he put it back in, and then ignited the blade. It's red. Boom. Now, what we got, it was cool, but I feel like that's such a special and unique moment. It should have been done like with more focus on what was happening. Cause like I feel like she did it by accident. And even like it happened, she didn't even know it happened. And then when she went to ignite the blade, it kind of like slowly went up from red up to the like covering all the blue. That was kind of dope. But again, she did it by accident. I just feel that could have been executed a little better, but it was still cool to see it. But again, it's like, that's the first time we've seen a crystal being bled in live action. I know there's a lot of people that weren't happy with that. What up, Aaron? Why couldn't Anakin do it if it was that easy? Yeah, I mean, maybe people will argue that the crystal was like kind of loosed from the hilt and it was touching her and all the anger in her. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because Austin said because she didn't understand about the twins. Oh, you're talking about your grandma? Cora Hideout, what's up? I wish it was better for sure. It was cool to see it at first. Oh, the bleeding, right? Yeah. Wish it was more along the Dagon route, but it was still cool. Yeah, exactly, bro. Caden, exactly. I actually thought at first glance Plagueis was the one flying into Brendock. I wish he would have been the one to come and kill Saul and Khmer and take the twins. That would have been badass. That would have been super badass. The bleeding and the changing of the color were mind-blowing great. What's up, Darth Thor? Yeah, it was cool, but like I wish it would have been more of like a focus versus like she did it by accident. Neat, but didn't want it in the show. What up, Chris? They're literally the same character. What up, J1? I thought the bleeding was cool. I just don't know why Anakin couldn't do it that quickly in Revenge of the Sith. So I don't know when or where I think I might vaguely remember hearing this a while ago, but like was the reason for the movie Revenge of the Sith that he had the blue saber is because it looked better when fighting with the lava in the background? I want to say that maybe I heard that somewhere. One of the reasons, and it wasn't like a canon reason, it was like a filming reason, is when they were making Revenge of the Sith that he didn't bleed it because the blue on blue sabers, battling the Battle of Heroes over the lava showed better on screen versus if it would have been one red blade and one blue blade. I think the red will kind of blend in with the lava. I want to say I maybe I heard something like that a long time ago. Maybe like I don't know, maybe that's made up, but I think that's why. Cause yeah, he should have had a red blade. Phenomenal ending to a great show. That's what's up, Darth Thor. See, this show is so mixed. There's a lot of people that love it. There's way too many people that hate it for no reason, and then there's a lot that are right in the middle. Enjoyed the bleeding. Crazy seeing the blade change color too. Yeah, that was new because in Survivor, like that clip we just saw, it was red. That definitely was a nice twist to it of it becoming blue and then it fading from red. Yo, Kyberphonic, you need to work on that ignition of it changing mid ignition. That is, oh, I wonder. I bet you he's working on it. I'm gonna have to hit him up and be like, bro, you need to do this. Nestor said the fight scene was cool until the Matrix stuff that took me out of it. G, yeah, when they were like flying and it slowed down and the music was like, oh, real slow motion. It was a little different, right? I didn't like love it. I didn't hate it. It just kind of was like, okay, there's slow motion. He's flying, yada yada. Like, yeah, I mean, that was a little different, unique for sure. Can't understand how people say this story was good. The story was definitely sloppy and inconsistent, and I feel like we didn't get like enough closure because I still have a lot of questions, man. And a lot of the stuff that I'm more interested in is the stuff with Plagueis and Chimera, if that's the case. Even the stuff with Vernestra and Quimir being an old pupil of hers. I'm more interested in that stuff. And like they never answered how the twins were made. Like how the one person was made, how they were split. That never got answered. So that kind of grinds my gears too. Yeah, those guys killed it for sure. What up, Mr. Spinner? I think it was good, but found it odd Quimir lost a soul. Also, May and Osha constantly changing character was kind of unexplained and odd. Yeah, they snapped a lot. Soul, I guess, is just strong, but then Osha took him out real quick. That's Chris's answer to a season 2. Hell yes, I want a season 2. No season 2. I'd rather they just make a movie, not a season 2. That's fair because I do feel like this show would have got better reception if it either dropped all at once or if they would have you know, push some episodes together. Because like if episode 1 and 2 would have been one episode, if episode 3 and 7 would have been one episode, episode 4 and 5 were basically one episode cut in half, and then episode 6 and 8 one episode. I'd rather it that way, all like 1 hour episodes, and you get through the story quicker. But yeah, it would have been better as a movie for sure. Yo, shout out to Mo with the $20 Canadian A. Let's go. Let's go. Where's the guy at? Here he is.
My trick's gonna work, gonna make only money.
Appreciate that, Mo. Credit where it's due. They stuck the landing, and we're meant to assume Plagueis created the girls. Yeah, that's the assumption that the girls maybe is one of Plagueis's earlier experiments because he was always experimenting with stuff in the book. So that could be one of his earlier experiments. But like, if that's the case, they should have like showed us that, or they could have like showed a cloaked figure with the witches and them creating the girl and then splitting her. Like they should have showed us that, in my opinion. But my guy Mo, thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. All right, where we at? Mr. Spinner, regarding the cameos, it felt like they were saving on budget. Yeah, that budget stuff, man. I don't know. Austin says yes to a season 2. Far, far away. What's up? Definitely season 2. Wow, so a lot of you guys want a season 2. The main problem is how Indara, the power of one, beat all the witches, aka the power of many. So the Star Wars Sith. There was an article that dropped the day after episode 7 that explained she did like kill all those witches, but she did it unintentionally, just trying to free Kelnaka from their control. So her freeing Kelnaka from the witches controlling them indirectly killed them, but like you wouldn't know that if you didn't read that article. Rossi says he wants a season 2. He's ready for it. Shout out to Rossi. Nah, Rossi says hell no. I don't want a season 2. I would want a season 2 just to finish out the story. I hate getting half stories told with little to no continuation, Solo especially. I hear that. I didn't like how OSHA force choked Soul. That was super lame. That was Vader's thing. Why they got to bite off my guy? Yeah, I kind of wish. I mean, she had the saber in her hand. How cool would it have been if she, like, when she was like looking at him, if she would have ignited it and it would have went through him, and the camera would have panned around to the back of him, and you had the blue blade sticking out, but then the red started to come up and it became a red blade. That would have visually been a sicker way to believe that crystal baby. By the way, thank you so much for the membership. I really hope and wish for a second season. Season 1 wasn't as bad as haters make it seem. Oh, so yeah, that was, if you just got that membership right now, that's Rossi. Shout out to Rossi. But yeah, so that's very interesting. I wonder if they are gonna do a season 2. I don't know. At this point, I feel like the word acolyte is like a bad word amongst Star Wars now, just because of all this drama with the show. But if I don't know, man, I have a feeling they're gonna do it. I'm the only thing I'm just concerned about. I just want whatever happens that this man's story is taken care of. That's all I want. I want them, for whoever does it, to, what's the guy's, James Luceno, to partner with James Luceno and make sure he is there for that creative process for anything Plagueis related. Just like how when Filoni brought Thrawn into Rebels and into Ahsoka live action, he partnered with Timothy Zahn and ran basically everything by him. I need that kind of care and respect for Plagueis. I don't want people just to take Plagueis and do whatever they want with them. So that's my only thing that I'm kind of like, don't, just be careful. It's Darth Plagueis the Wise, baby. Do you like how the senators knew about the Jedi deaths? Yo, the senator dude was dope, Aaron. I wish he would have been there earlier. He was such a jerk. He came in talking shit, and then when he left, he was like, "What is it that you people say? May the force be with you." Bro, that guy was a savage. Like, he should have came in way earlier in the picture, because it would have been cool seeing that back and forth with him and the Jedi. But he was there for 2 seconds. Even if they fire everyone and bring in new writers and the directors, I still don't care about these characters. Yeah, the only one that I care about is Plagueis. So I don't know how I feel about a season 2, because like I would want a tighter story, more consistency. But what I would prefer is a spin-off, like how we got Book of Boba spin-off of Mando. Give me a show called something with Plagueis or with young Palpatine, a spin-off. That way it could be its own thing and live its own life. Because this is a story that I want to see. Look at this. Look at this handsome guy right here. He's beautiful. So that's what I want. I want more Plagueis. Joel says no season 2. Just do Star Wars Episode 0. Darth Plagueis the Wise. Yeah, I want a Plagueis project. Just Plagueis and James Luceno to be a big part of it. Dakota says, "What the hell is up with Basil? No loyalty." Yo, so when Basil was on the ship, and like the impression that I got is he saw Soul was about to shoot and kill May. Is that why he started to pull wires and like made them crash? Basil's a crazy guy. Mr. Spinner says, yeah, also a bit anticlimactic. What's up with Basil trying to sabotage Soul? Exactly. Victoria, what's up? I need a season 2. I'll take a comic or a book or something. A comic of Plagueis would be dope. 9 out of 10 episode for me. Yeah, the finale as an episode for itself wasn't too bad. It was better than 7, for sure. Hello there, everyone. What's up, OBPK? Austin says, me and my grandma watched Phantom Menace today. Nice. Can't go wrong with Phantom Menace. Tony, how do you rate the show as a whole after this? Curious about your thoughts, bro. So I'm gonna record a tier list video ranking it with all the other live action shows. But like, if I had to like rate it out of a 10, I'm still like super in the middle, bro. This whole show, I'm just a Bendu. I just see everything, good and bad. And like, what kills me though is all the times they promoted the show from when it first got announced in 2020 at London Celebration. Leslie talking about it's going to be the show from the point of view of the Sith, of the bad guy. And I feel like it wasn't that. So that kind of left me disappointed because, like, I was looking forward to a dark side show, and this had some dark side in it, but not as much as we were led on to believe. I probably would give it like a 5 or a 6 overall out of 10. Let's just do 5.5 out of 10 overall. But I mean, there were some fire stuff in it, like up here, Kamir's helmet and gauntlet, fire. I love that. I loved all the fight choreography. Bringing Cortosis into live action was cool. There's some cool stuff in there, but it just, I feel like for what it could have been, it could have did so much more. Now I want a Sith show, man. I think the main way the show was bad is because it was just weird, not the CGI, but the way it turned out. Also, I think the episode should be longer because so much stuff wasn't answered. Yeah, that's why I mentioned before, a lot of these episodes should have been crunched together because these short run times kill me, man. Because then I'm watching House of Dragon on Sunday. It's an hour and 9 minutes an episode. Then you're watching The Boys for an hour. And then you get this, and it's like 38 minutes with plus credits. It's like, come on, like, take more time to flush out that story. And instead of us having to read what you meant in an article the next day, like, tell us in the episode. Do you think Osha's turn was too quick? The turn in the finale? No, I don't think it was too quick. I think May's turn was too quick when she all of a sudden in the woods was like, hey, I don't need to follow the master anymore. I'm going to go turn myself in. But for Osha, I don't think it was that quick. It's been building up. I think Yoda will be on the cover up. See, I don't want that. Yoda is too wise and too good. He's not going to be there to be sleazy like Vernestra and lie. I don't like that. No. Ricky, what up? Yeah, it was on Rebel Correctors podcast. We talked about it. Yes. So if you guys haven't watched it yet, we actually talked about that because Ricky is my Lego guy. And he was the one that pointed out that literally there is no Acolyte Lego set. So I'm going to drop that episode in the chat. Guys, go check that out later. Drop a like on there. Drop a comment. Comment, Ricky, you're cute on that video. But yeah, like, there is no Acolyte Lego sets. And like, why? Is there a reason why? That is so weird. Where is my Black Series Premier Stranger figure, Tony? Where? Yeah, and there's been no TVC or Black Series of Quamir as the Stranger either. Tim, what's up? I loved it. 9 out of 10 for me. Nice. Rebel Correctors. I'm very disappointed when Vernestra didn't fight Quamir. That would have been epic. Yeah, and that's another thing where after Quamir mind wiped May, I thought there was going to be a big Jedi fight, and also I thought they were going to confront each other after all these years. So a little disappointed we didn't get that. Did y'all see the shot of the other actors during May and Osha's fight? When they were fighting each other, how you could kind of like see it was, yeah. I saw that a little bit. What's up? Rate the overall show out of 10. I'm gonna give it a 5.5 on the generous side. Bro, Neville, that's exactly what I just said. 5.5. And that's because of like I liked episode 5 a lot. Sith, what's good, man? Red, what up, bro? Welcome to the stream. Nestor says, was the Plagueis cameo fan service? Because there's no explanation for him to be there at all. It is and it isn't. I wouldn't say it's fan service because like a lot of people don't even know who he is, especially if you didn't read like the books. But like for this time period, that's another thing with the show too. When they announced like potentially 100 years before Phantom Menace, or technically they said 100 years before the rise of the Empire. This is the time period that Tenebris and Plagueis are running around. So it was like they should be there, just like how Yoda should be here, because he's Grandmaster Yoda. He's gonna be at Coruscant. So it kind of like it had to be there because story wise, and it's funny. I think either way, people would have complained if we didn't get Plagueis. Then everyone would have been like, "Oh, we didn't get Plagueis, and he's alive in this time. He should have been in it." And we did get him, and then people are still going to complain. So regardless, people are going to complain. But I wouldn't say it's fan service because you ask your normie fan, "Do you know who Darth Plagueis the Wise is?" They're probably not even going to remember that line from Revenge of the Sith. So. Yo, shout out to Rossi with the $5 super chat.
My trick's gonna work, gonna make all the money.
Rossi said, I'd give Acolyte 3.5 out of 10. Terrible writing. Basil beats up May for 2 episodes. Then Basil saves her for no reason. Right? Yo, what is up with Basil? They write the plot for convenience. Yeah, no, Rossi, I feel you on that. You're right, though. I forgot. He like kicked the shit out of her, squirted oil in her face, and then dipped. And then he saves her life. Yeah, that's kind of a little weird, man. But yo, Rossi, my guy, thank you so much for that super chat, bro. Looks like Andor only has 1 Lego set. Yeah, that's crazy, OBPK. But at least they got one. Acolyte has nothing at all. What up, Sold? So if I change the ending when Quamir says he could memory wipe her, we see Plagueis show up and kill all 3 of them and disappear. The Jedi find them dead. That would be savage. If we would have got some Plagueis action and he would have pulled up and did some crazy stuff, it still wouldn't have saved the show, but it would have made the finale like a lot more epic. Because like, yo, Plagueis in action. That'd be crazy. It's like she saw how bad the first 7 episodes were, so she threw every idea she had into the last episode. Bleeding saber, Plagueis, Yoda, turning off a lightsaber mid-fight, force choke. Yeah, and like it's funny. I've been looking at a lot of the rumors and leaks, and like a couple of them said that it was going to be Tenebris in the final, and then one of the leaks said that supposedly that it changed, and now it's going to be Plagueis. But either way, if this would have been Tenebris or Plagueis, regardless, it's still a person we would have wanted to see more of. If this would have been Tenebris instead, I would have said the same thing. Like, bro, like Tenebris, first time live action, I would have wanted more with him. Not gonna lie, I stopped taking the show seriously after the 4th episode. Just here to support you, man. Appreciate you, Red. Yeah. Yeah, it was after the 3rd episode where I kind of was like, huh. The 4th got a little bit better. The 5th was fire. But then, like, that 7th episode kind of like, I was like, bro, you're not setting yourself up good for the finale. Rella, what's up? Yeah, OSHA did that so quick on the fly. Like, they could have had a more personal moment in the cave or something. Yeah, with Bleeding the Crystal, right? No, for sure. I wonder if Tenebris is also in the cave with Plagueis. So, spoilers in the book, Plagueis kills Tenebris. But I wonder if right now Tenebris is already dead, because like Plagueis is older in this, so definitely there was a time jump compared to the book where he should be at this. Sylvie, get out of here. So I think Tenebris is dead, and Plagueis is a master now, and Quamir is his apprentice, and he's letting her have the acolyte of one of the twins. Because even in the book, if I'm not mistaken, when Palps was training Maul, I believe Plagueis knew that Palps had Maul and was training Maul. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure he was aware. Anna, what's up? And I watched the finale of Acolyte season 1, episode 8. I love it, but I'm sad because Soul died. He's my second favorite character, and Osha killed him because Soul killed the mother. Makes sense. It's a 10. Yeah, I wanted Soul to die just because I didn't want any Jedi to survive that saw the red lightsaber on Kofar or whatever it was. So like that made sense story-wise. And he was a jerk, Soul. He was a jerk. Sorry, Soul. Yeah, I think Tenorus is dead for the canon timeline now. I don't care with all the haters and gatekeepers, but for me, Acolyte is a 100 million times better. Put some commas in there, Spinner. 100 million times better than the sequels, and also a fine addition to Star Wars lore. Yeah, it's not perfect, but far from worse, bad or worse. I think I like The Force Awakens better than Acolyte. I'm a sucker for The Force Awakens. Kylo, Han, Leia's in there. You get Luke at the end. I'm a sucker for Force Awakens. But yeah, no, man, I feel you, man. Yeah, I think that was the part Red would have looked off. Yeah. I thought George kept Anakin's sabers left blue because he had to keep it blue for episode 4. Oh, Nestor, maybe that's part of it. I mean, that sounds more logical because like that is the saber that Obi-Wan takes at the end. Yeah, you're right. I think that's why he didn't bleed it. And when he became Vader, then he clearly had to bleed a crystal. Luke got a green saber because the blue didn't look good on the blue sky. What up, Conan? Oh, yeah, that's true. Maybe I was just mixing that up. Yeah, medium the same as Luke had green. Oh, because the sky. Yep. Maybe the reason Jedi Survivor bleeding and the Acolyte bleeding were different because of how it was bled, and Survivor because they put more anger into it. Osha was slowly turning to the dark side. Maybe. The blade changed for Anakin. The thing happened so fast they would have had time to bleed it. And wouldn't Sidious have to teach him how? You would think that OBPK, but Quamir didn't teach Osha how to bleed it. And that shit took no time. Like she was just holding the saber and like, you killed my mother. And her thumb was on the crystal and it just like, so it didn't happen like that in Acolyte. Did you know in the Phantom Menace Plagueis was in the background when he was listening to Palpatine and Maul? Yeah, I heard that supposedly like Plagueis was alive during Phantom Menace. What's up, Rhino? I was happy with it. Vernestra shady. Yo, Vernestra sucks. Now, I wonder for you High Republic fans that have read the book, like I don't think she's like that in the book. So I'm curious if like the true High Republic fans from the reading, if they like Vernestra's depiction, because she's a bitch. She like at the end, yeah, it was a rogue Jedi soul. He killed everybody. It was all him. Don't worry about it. He's dead now. I burned his body on the river. Like, what? Shady, bro. You can't trust no green women. I hate how they never made it clear about who taught Khmer about the dark side, how he learned all the dark side powers. I think it's kind of clear. Look right here on the screen, right here. Look in those eyes. Darth Plagueis is in the dude's man cave. I don't think he's there for no reason. So that's probably why he's strong as hell from Plagueis. The story was decent. Too many people unsatisfied because they basically gatekeeping and have specific expectations. Also taking everything said in the prequels and OG as facts, interpretation. Yeah, I get your point on some of that. But some of that, though, like you have to take into consideration because like the stuff though that was said in the prequels, like George said it for a reason. You can't just like go all willy-nilly and change that. But I feel like how the story played out, it didn't really change anything in my eyes from that stuff. Yo, shout out to Rossi again with the $5 super chat.
My trick's gonna work, gonna make all the money.
Rossi said, I'd be down for a Soul spinoff in a detective show in the Outer Rim. Him solving mysteries before the unfortunate show, The Acolyte. Soul is the best part. Yo, honestly, the best part of the show was Soul. I love to hate him, but Soul and Quamir, like they had the show on their back. So like that would be a dope ass show. A detective spinoff. That's hilarious. Rossi, thank you again, man. Too kind. What up, Q Hefner? Since the first season was a nothing burger, should season 2 should have been season 1 because it seems like it's gonna pick up steam now. Yo, I agree with that 100%. Like the stuff that I wanted from season 1, I feel like is left unanswered for season 2. The stuff with Qumir's master and how Quamir became who he was, the stuff with how the twins were made, the stuff with Vernestra being Quamir's master and she probably whipped the shit out of him. That's why his back's like that. That's all the stuff that I want to know about that would seem the most intriguing. Soul, Osha, and May were one person. Maybe the reason they kept switching sides is because one of them is their light and one's their dark. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's Will at Will of the Force was telling me tomorrow Collider drops an article about the finale. I guarantee you that article is going to have all these answers to all these questions because like she loves to do that, which is crazy. If this was 4 episodes or if all episodes came out at once at the same time, the experience would have definitely been better. Yo, State Flower, 100%. If you would have watched this in one sitting, you would have had time to get an honest, unbiased opinion about the show because there was so much like negativity out there and stuff. And then even the press that they were doing, like sometimes they would say dumb stuff or stuff that didn't make sense, or they said stuff to explain the episode. No, just they should have just gave it all at once, and then you could like decide if you like it right then and there. But it just dragged out. What up, Beth? Hey there. Can't Yoda sense what's happening with Soul, Quamir, and killing the Jedis, or he's just turning a blind eye? No. And somebody mentioned that earlier. Get out of here. Like Yoda and the whole Jedi Council, Palpatine was there next to them the whole prequels, and they didn't sense shit. Literally at Qui-Gon's funeral, you had Palps, then you had Mace, and you had Yoda all like there talking like, master, but did we kill the master or the apprentice? And freaking Palps is right there. So literally, that's like kind of a talent of the dark side, is kind of like hiding themselves. And that's something Plagueis did in the book. Bro, there's a scene in Plagueis, the book, where he's somewhere and it was Jocasta Nu, I think it was Sifo Dyas, and maybe Qui-Gon or another Jedi. It was 3 Jedi, and Plagueis walked up to them to kind of test to see if they would sense anything in him. Like it was like a game. And when I read that, I'm like, yo, this dude is savage and has some big ass alien balls for him being a Sith Lord to walk up to these 3 Jedis and just talk to them casually. Because in the book, he he owned Damask Holding, like a banking company or something like that. Like he had like an alias, Higo Damask of Damask Holding. So he had a company. So people knew him for what he did, like in his day job. But like the fact that Plagueis went up to them, like that's what they do, man. The Sith, they hide themselves. Could you imagine they did 3 to 4 seasons Plagueis book, Dark Side proper, point of view show or movie, then transition ends into Phantom Menace? Rello, that would be a glorious dream. Like just the Plagueis book. God, that would be amazing. I don't want to hear shit about the show for this shit about the budget for the show. Let me see an itemized list. Yo, I would love to see a breakdown of where that budget went. That's so funny. Could it be that Plagueis was the one creating the woman behind the scene, but Anastasia was under the assumption that she was the one creating them, but in reality it was Plagueis pulling all the strings? That sounds like a Plagueis thing to do, and that would have been cool if they would have did that in the show, if they would have cut and showed like Anastasia thinking she's making the twins, but Plagueis is really in the back doing it, that would have been dope. Many things I believe left for unanswered for season 2. Also, I have a gut feeling Acolyte was planned for 3 seasons. 3 seasons. I don't know if I could survive 3 seasons of everyone being mad at each other. I don't know. It like they need to just do a Plagueis spin-off show, call it something different, and just make sure that these people don't shoot themselves in the foot when they do media. Did Soul just let Osha do all that? I know he feels guilty, but geesh, right? Because Soul seems strong as hell, like going toe to toe with Quamir. Yeah, I think the guilt just gave in and he just didn't want to try to fight her. No season 2, please. They could have done it right the first time with DP, etc. And true season 2. Sorry, instead Goofy Twins, poor writing. No, I hear that. The other thing I'm happy about that I forgot to mention is, what up, Captain Solo? These characters are so inconsistent. Facts. Hugh Hefner, the senator, is a Sith for sure. That would be dope. That would be dope. And like I was watching Josh's stream, Dead of Nerds, and like with Plagueis, like why wasn't Plagueis just there in plain sight? Like imagine if Plagueis was at one of those Senate meetings just because he's the head of Damas Holding, funding things and doing business stuff. Like he should have been hiding in plain sight, just like how Palpatine was, because like that's where Palpatine learned it from. But that would have been cool if the senator would have been evil, but like we got like a tiny bit of him. What up, Jan? The show was actually a pretty great Sith show. We saw the fall of a former Jedi because of things the Jedi did. I get that because Quamir used to be a Jedi and now he's a Sith apprentice. But I mean, and then Osha, the same thing. She was a Jedi and she became a Sith. But like, I don't know about a great Sith show to me would be more focused on the Sith training, like seeing Quamir train with Plagueis and stuff like that, or seeing Quamir leave from Vernestra after getting whipped and Plagueis finding him and training him. That would be for me a better a Sith show. Oh, because we have Plagueis, who do you think will play him? Well, I don't really think it matters. They just need a dope ass voice. It could be literally anybody because he seems like CGI, but with Disney, they won't make it Plagueis related for us prequel fans. I know. There are witnesses to Indara's death. Who? Indara's death. Oh, all those people that were in the all that were in the bar, right? That's if they investigate even further. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, but then like she could say Soul hired May and we have May in custody. So that's how they'll cover that up. If we do get a season 2, which I hope not, they got to change the showrunner, hire Gilroy to run it. Andor and Rogue One were fired. It'd be nice for him to tackle the High Republic. Yeah, I feel like if they do, they got to either change the showrunner or change the name, man. Get that bad taste out of people's mouth. Hello there. I'm going to list a few undeniably stupid things the show gave us. A stone castle burnt down. After killing 2 Jedi, May decides she can swap sides. Quamir gets naked in front of Osha, the otter. Yep. I didn't mind the otter. Basil, I didn't mind. He was all right. He just looked cool. Somewhat cool idea I heard online is the senator that said the Force be with you is under and works for Darth Plagueis. That would be sick if that senator was like a part of a Damas holding branch. Let's freaking go. Also, I had an idea for a second season. What if they make it prequel sequel to season 1, focusing on Quamir's downfall in Vernestra, then ending with Quamir dying and focusing on Plagueis for season 3? That would be interesting to see that. But I think they could do a second season and flashback. You know, they love flashbacks. They'll flashback to that stuff. Would the show be Darth Plagueis the Wise? I would love that show. I would love that show so much if it just was about.
Do you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
That would be 10 out of 10. Yo, Nick, if you're still here, listen to that audiobook and like you're gonna be like, bro, we need Plagueis. I need freaking Plagueis in my life. Yo, shout out to Rossi with the $2 super.
My trick's gonna work, gonna make all the money.
Josh said, I'm Basil in Star Wars. What an ale. Damn, Rossi. That's hilarious, bro. I love Josh. Josh keeps it real. Corban said, what do we think Plague is doing there anyway? Just creeping around. Yeah, that was a little bit like, I guess you could say if you read the book, a little uncharacteristic. They should have just had him out in the open somewhere, blending in like Palpatine, because that's more Plagueis, right? This was just like, I feel like they just added this in. I don't know. Freaking Plagueis. Where we at? Victoria said, was watching Theory's vid, and he said season 2 has the greenlit already per Leslie in an article or interview. I think it's just up in the air when that would come. Yeah, if it might be the article that I sent him, and in that article she says that it's not set in stone, but she has ideas, and she basically said her ideas for season 2 would involve Plagueis training young Palpatine. Like she has something in mind already. So it's not official. And in that article, she didn't say it was, but she says that there's talks, but there's nothing official yet. Brooke, what's up? Hello there. Was meh overall. I hear that. What up, C minus? 6 out of 10. It wasn't that at all, bruh. Plagueis reveal giving me Boba reveal Mando vibes, but this time it felt a little bit off. Like they just added something that we're actually interested in. Boba reveal in Mando. Oh yeah, Boba and Mando was dope. But like we got a lot of Boba and Mando. We had the tease in episode 1. We had that one episode where he was badass and got his armor, and then he started helping them at the end. So it would have been cool if like Plagueis got a lot more action in there, but it was like a Hail Mary throwing him in there. I watched the finale of season 1 Acolyte. 10 out of 10. Okay, Soul's my second favorite character. Osha kills Soul with anger. I love seeing Yoda and Plagueis. I think Acolyte is the worst Star Wars project. It's so mundane. I'll forget about, and people will have to remind me Acolyte what happened. Yeah, out of all of the projects, before episode 7, I had Acolyte above Andor because I'm not an Andor fan at all. Andor's at the bottom of my list. If you guys have been here and you know me, you know I am not a fan of Andor at all, even though Andor had like the best writing, the best acting, it looked the best. That's all true. It just bored the shit out of me. So before episode 7, I had Acolyte above Andor. But after episode 7, honestly, I think Acolyte would fall at the bottom of the list for Star Wars Disney projects. Now, again, I am going to be recording a ranking video, so you guys will see that. But yeah, like it had potential to be awesome, but and it's crazy. Like look at this. Like some people are like 3 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 9 out of 10. The range is insane. So it's cool for people that enjoyed it. That's what's up. But I mean, that's crazy. I would have liked a lot more consistency where a majority of the people would enjoy it and be happy, just so that like everyone could be happy. Like Mando season 1 and season 2, I felt like everybody was happy. After Ahsoka episode 5, bro, the fan base was was feeling good. So there's moments where almost everyone's happy. I miss those times. Shout out to Galactic with the 50 SEK. I don't know what SEK is, but thank you. I appreciate everything.
My trick's gonna work, gonna make all the money.
Galactic says, I feel like watching Young Jedi Adventures would be more interesting and fun to watch. I've never watched that show. I feel like that's super for kids if you have a kid. I'm interested now. Maybe I should watch it and compare it to the Acolyte. But nah, episode 5 of Acolyte was so badass. I'd rather watch that than Young Jedi Adventures. Let's see. Facts. Plagueis shot makes him look like an old dried out Cad Bane. I didn't think it looked too bad. I mean, that's what he's a moon, right? Mun. That's how you say it. Muun. He's a mun. He looks like what they look like. He looks super CGI though in that scene. I don't know. House of the Dragon 200 mil versus Acolyte 180. So another thing that I wish would happen. Oh, and shout out to the new denim Sith Talk wash hat. Link in the chat, pin comment. This is my first time wearing it, actually. It's pretty nice. But a dream of mine would be if they took everyone who did House of Dragon, because House of Dragon, if you guys haven't watched it, it's so good. Take the writers, the directors, the creators of House of Dragon, give them that budget, that Acolyte budget, and have them do a Knights of the Old Republic show, movie. I could care less, but the love and care they give on House of Dragon, they need to take that and do that with Star Wars stuff. I think it was from the Sith point of view. That's why the Jedi looked like a-holes. Could have been better, though. Yeah, the Jedi did look like super a-holes, but I feel like it was more from the point of view of the Jedi who were a-holes than the Sith. Because, like, think about it, OBPK. We didn't get the Sith reveal until the end of episode 4. That's halfway through the season. And then, yeah, so, like, yeah. How is the budget 180 and we still get 30-minute episodes? That is an unsolved mystery. All those actors need big paychecks. Meanwhile, only Sol and Kamir are the good actors. Sol and Kamir, man, they made the show. I mean, May had been saying she was going to turn herself in a few episodes back. Oh, in episode 4. Yeah. But that was kind of like too quick. Yo, Victoria, what I would have wanted in the finale, I like the moment Osha and May had under the tree when they were crying and really talking to each other and really connecting. For episode 4, they should have had a close moment like that. And then May could have been like, you know what? Like, I need to do this for my sister. I don't need to do this for the master. They needed a deep moment like that, which they didn't get. 7.5 out of 10 for me. Perfect. No. Feel excited and happy overall. Having watched it. Yes. Nice. Coinian says too many leaks from Lego to have them before the show, maybe. Yo, that's interesting take. I wonder if all of a sudden, now that it's done, we're going to start seeing all these Lego sets revealed. But I mean, what would the leak be? It would only be Plagueis and Yoda. Horo says, I wanted Yoda, but also I don't because I'm scared they might mess him up. Like Plagueis was cool as frick, but I don't know. Yeah, I feel you. I'm right there with that as well. Remember when we were hyped for a Star Wars murder mystery? Yeah, I mean, I was hyped for the Acolyte too, like for sure. Like for sure. Man, you guys are on fire in this chat. Let's see. So I'm gonna skip through a little bit because I'm gonna head out of here in a couple minutes. So, oh, shout out to Victoria with the $1.99 super chat.
My trick's gonna work, gonna make all the money.
Thank you. Quimir and Osha on top. Dark side power couple coming. This confuses me though, because is it just me? Or did Osha kind of give vibes that she kind of was vibing with Jackie? I kind of feel like there was a little connection with Osha and Jackie. Because didn't Jackie make a comment to her that she made some sort of comment that made it seem like nothing could happen because she's a Jedi, a Padawan. So it's kind of like, was it first Osha and Jackie, and then all of a sudden she just flips to dudes because she's seeing Kumir's lightsaber? I don't know. That was a little funky to me, but yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. What up, Screen Fiend? Does anyone know why Quimir's eyes were turning black like the witches when he was getting choked? I would just assume it had something to do with Osha being, I don't know, man. It has to be something Osha related because that only happens from like the witchcraft. So they do. Have they mind wiped people before? What up, Lord Starkiller 66? He says nope. I trust him. Look at his name. It's pretty good. So I gave Ahsoka a 7 out of 10 overall. I love Ahsoka, but like I'm a sucker for Rebels. So Ahsoka literally season 5 of Rebels. So Star Wars Addict, what's up? Lightning Slug, what's up? KK greenlighting a season 2 under the circumstances would be wild. Yeah, it would be. Billy, what up, bro? DP and Yoda scenes both felt like they were put in after the show was failing big time. You know, it feels like that a little bit, but it at the same time it makes sense. Yo, Kyberphonic, Jesse, bro, I was talking about you earlier. Are you working? Do you make like ignitions? Because like I'm sure you saw the finale when Osha lighted her saber and it lit up blue first, and then it kind of like shaked, and then the red started to come up. Can you make that an ignition? Because that's kind of badass. Or are you already cooking on it? I know you're working on sound fonts from the show, but Jesse, let me know. Can you do that ignition? Because that is kind of sick. Like a bled crystal ignition, bleeding your crystal ignition. Hey, relax. Freaking lunatics. Josh is great. I don't trust Disney with Plagueis. I feel that. Can't trust Disney anymore. We'll see. Yeah, man. It's a love-hate relationship, man. What up, Star Jap? Loved it. Nice. The Savage Press voice actor for Plagueis. That would be dope. That would be dope. That'd be super dope. Yo, man, the show sucked. What's good though? Yo, this right here though, the facts we're still asking so many questions after the finale is a red flag for the show itself. Yeah, too many questions, and I bet in the article they'll do that. What up, S1? After watching the finale, I saw a theory about Osha and Quimera that they could be Palpatine's grandparents. I think the funniest thing about that, Disney can really make it happen. Oh my God. I don't want to think about that. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Wasn't Soul teaching classes at the temple when Indara was murdered? Clearly had an alibi, right? Yeah, no, he did. He did for sure. Ooh. Guys, you guys heard it here first. Jesse, the legend, the handsome man with a beard. Oh, don't worry, I got all that. Is making some sick. So at least from the show, we're gonna get some sick sound fonts and ignitions, courtesy of Kyberphonic. I cannot wait to see that, bro. I cannot wait, bro. That's gonna be sick. Andrea, what's up? You got here right before I was about to leave. Only mind tricks, right? Yep. I'm done. I'm also done editing my reaction. Let's go. Upload that bad boy. The way she bled it was whack. Yeah, it was okay. It felt like rushed and quick. It was cool to see, but it could have been done like how they did in Survivor. So, what up, Wizard Studios? Kyberphonic the GOAT. Bro, he's a legend, man. He just pops in. Like, he just felt an echo in the force that we were talking about him. He pops in, he lets us know, and now he's working on it right now. Literally, he's making it right now. That's what he does. All right, guys, that's pretty much going to be it for me today. I am hungry and tired still. New episode of the podcast dropping this week, Sith Talk. It's a pretty good one. So definitely, if you guys are not subscribed to my podcast channel, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Definitely go show some love. New episode will drop Friday morning, 11 a.m. And then my tier list video either tomorrow or Friday will drop. So stay tuned for the tier list video. But that's pretty much everything for me, guys. Appreciate you guys. And you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye, guys.